Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Got my second HLJ box, 2 weeks in a row. That's it. This should be all the Ultraman Geed stuff that was first released last Friday. So about a week to get here. For some reason HLJ hasn't been fast. I mean, I can't really complain because they've been ridiculously fast pretty consistently. Where I ordered on Friday, it gets here on Monday, and that always boggles my mind. But now it got here on Thursday, because they didn't ship till Sunday night instead of Friday night. But again, not a huge deal. So, let's take a look at all this cool stuff. We got packaging. So, first thing right on top here, we have the DX Ultra Capsule. Let's see. Sorry, you're going to have to watch me read katakana. It takes a minute. Fusion Rise set. Haha. See, I can do it. It just takes me a minute. So there you go. The DX Ultra Capsule Fusion Ride set. And I apologize if the light's glaring strangely, but it's basically 4 capsules. Looks like you get 2 Kaiju and 2 Ultraman. Looks like Orb and Zero. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to take time to look at these. But it's cool. I like this gimmick. I think it's going to be fun. They're these little capsule-y things. They look kind of like bullets, in my opinion. Let's see what else we got here. We have another Geed toy, the DX Ultra Capsule Holder and Belt. That's what it is. I always joke, I think this thing looks like when you go to the arcade and you need change for $1 and the guy has like a thing of quarters and he just goes do 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 and he pips out quarters out of the bottom. So that's what this thing always looks like to me. Still sealed, huzzah. But it does come with a exclusive capsule. So I had to get it. It's a little goofy, but you can hold 4 capsules in this piece here. So, neat. Next up we have... Ooh, hooray, huzzah, I'm very excited. Yes. This is the campaign bonus if you bought like the first wave of stuff. So very excited to get this. Last year when they did Orb, they did the same thing. It was a special Ultraman fusion card, and I got the stuff the day it came out, but yeah, I got the stuff the day it came out, but I didn't ship it right away. And I guess that like they don't actually take it and put it in a physical warehouse for you. They just keep it digital storage. And then whenever you do ship, they go to the stack and they pull it off. So there's one reserved for you. They won't sell it. But they must have gave out all the ones that came with the special card. And by the time I shipped mine, I missed out on the card. Which is not a huge deal. I didn't really mind missing out on the card all that much. But I definitely wanted this because to me this is more substantial than a card. This is another physical, tangible... I mean, not the cards aren't tangible, but this is a toy. A card is a card. Not that they can't be fun, but this is more substantial to me. So it's a golden capsule. I'm trying to figure out who it is. Well, I'll do a review of this at some point, but very excited to get this. So that's why I had to ship right away, because it's kind of a small box, not a ton of stuff in here, but I wanted to ship right away so I would make sure I get that. But here is the DX Geed Riser. Let me see. It feels kind of loose, like the packaging, but no, still originally sealed. So there is your Geed Riser. This thing really reminds me of the O's belt, the O's transformation. That probably has a proper name that's out of my head right now. But you load the stuff in and then you slide something across it to activate, exactly how O's transformation worked. So, very neat. I think that's cool. And the cool thing about this is, for once, both versions do something. And by that I mean, You put two Ultramen together, you get an Ultraman form. You put two monsters together, you get a monster form. As far as I know, I haven't seen the first episode yet, but the villain of the show has one of these as well, and he's using kaiju capsules and then sliding around to change into different kaiju fusions. That is fantastic. For once, like, with X, the Ultraman cards didn't do a lot. The monster cards made armor. With Orb, it was the opposite. The Orb, or the Ultraman cards, you know, made different fusions. The monster cards did basically nothing. So, for once, both do something. I'm very excited. I didn't bother to buy the monster vinyls this time because they don't come with capsules, and I'm running out of room. So, as you can see, I had to decide to not buy the vinyls this year. Maybe if they go on sale later, some great price I can't pass up. But there should be... Yes, here's one more thing. This is the kind of base form for Geed. Geed Primitive. Little vinyl doll for him. Very neat. Very typical vinyl doll. Waist, arm articulation. I'll review it at some point so we can take a closer look. Maybe when I get a couple of them, I'll do 2 at a time or something like that. We'll see. Dreiser is definitely going to be first. And then I'll do probably the rest of the stuff that comes with capsules. So that's not it yet. Ooh, what's this? Ooh. I got another little bonus. That's cool. Didn't even know about that. So, as you guys know, I like Drivehead. Unfortunately, the only place I can find to watch it is Kiss Anime, and they've kind of stopped putting out episodes. They finally just put up episode 8, but I'm pretty sure they're on episode like 13 by now in Japan. It was a long time between 7 and 8, like over a month. So I was like, oh, maybe they're not doing it anymore. And then they just kind of randomly put out episode 8. So I was like, excellent. But as far as I know, because again, I have not seen the show, Sonic Interceptor got an upgrade, and now he's Cyclone Interceptor. So it's fairly similar, but it's definitely a more streamlined look. The legs, I think, look better. His shoulder pads look different. I think the head's got like a new crest. So I'll have to compare it. When I do the review of this, I'll put it side by side with the regular Sonic Interceptor. But it looks like there's a little bonus here, just like with the Dreiser, which I did not expect, but I'm excited about. Let me see if I can get this open here. This is a Cyclone Baiba. What? Cyclone Baiba. Cyclone Driver, maybe? I don't know. Let's open it up. Ooh! It's a solid gold car. That is awesome. That is so cool. I saw somewhere online that they had like a solid gold Sonic Interceptor, and it was like a raffle winning prize or something like that. That's really cool. So it's just a gold. I assume it's the gold version of the car that comes in this. Very neat. I'm very excited. I see that this is like a new packaging, basically. It kind of looks like a model kit, doesn't it? Does anyone ever put together like Gundam model kits? That's what this reminds me of when I first saw it. I like this new packaging that they went vertical instead of horizontal. And it looks like it comes with the chip for the drive gear, which, do I have that handy? I did get that the other day from Amazon Japan. Hobby Link was sold out of them, so. And it looks like it comes with all of the chips, so that'll get reviewed at some point. My mountain of stuff is falling over. But yeah, so I'm very excited about this. The campaign bonus is amazing. I did not know I was getting that. That is fantastic. And then the only other thing in this box, which I bought a while ago, this is the drive badge holder. Very tiny little release, was about $10. But it's just, you can store maybe even only 3. I don't know why so little. But you can store the little chips inside. What the the drive gear uses that I just showed you. So that's what this is. You can see it. It's very tiny. So that was like $10, so I just decided to grab it since I was getting the drive gear and everything else. Throw all this packaging away. So I'm really excited. That is awesome. I can't believe I got 2 campaign bonuses in one box. That's fantastic. It's got to be a record for HLJ. I don't think that's ever happened before. Let me pull off this plastic. I really like this new packaging. Like I said, it really reminds me of a model kit. There's going to be like another support vehicle that comes out for him soon. Does it tease it on the side or anything? No. But that's cool. If it comes with a chip, that's fantastic. Have to see how that goes. See, all the earlier releases didn't come with chips because when the Gear Duel or Gear Duel, no, that's X8 Gear Duel. The Drive Gear, so many confusing names. That came out after all the initial releases, so they just put all the chips in with that. And I think now anything that was released after the Drive Gear is going to have a chip for its respective thing in it, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, there's definitely some new stuff coming out. They have if you can see them up here, the 2 construction vehicles that are part of the normal Tomica Hyper series that I reviewed already on my channel. They're repainting them red and blue. Look pretty nice, actually. And they're going to introduce them in the show. As far as I know, there's no differences except the color, so I'm probably not going to get those. Also, they did kind of a remold of the original, what Sonic Interceptor was in the normal line, and they repainted that black as like a SWAT version. They're going to now repaint the Sonic Interceptor as black and make it the SWAT version. I think it's a black and gold color scheme, which is very popular to give things the black and gold color scheme treatment. So there's going to be a SWAT version, and I think there's a SWAT color repaint of the Sonic Jet, and also they took, I think the chainsaw, no, the front loader of the 2 construction vehicles and retooled the shovels into Gatling guns and made it like a SWAT vehicle that can also combine with the SWAT Sonic Interceptor. So a lot of cool stuff coming. Drivehead is really starting to ramp up. I think they're all in August. So this was the only thing that came out in July. So I'll try to get to this before the other stuff comes out in August. But very cool. I like this a lot. I think the design looks cool. And I'm so excited about the campaign bonus. 2 campaign bonuses. So cool. Alright, so that's it for HLJ stuff. I already showed you the drive gear. I also got this Q Ranger magazine that comes with this weird Q-Tama. It's like an EX Q-Tama. It's clear, but it has like the Red Ranger's helmet on it. And obviously it's advertising the new Q Ranger and the new Zord and his new transformation roleplay weapon. So a lot of cool stuff coming. That is later this month. Probably won't ship again, though, until the end of the month, since I've already shipped twice this month. It's going to be a 3 shipping month for me. It's going to be expensive for shipping. Other stuff, I was at Toys R Us today, and I did not know these existed. So, I just ran... Oops. I opened that. I did this... I did this in the store. I'll show you what I did. But, it's Justice League Action... It's a Batmobile that works with a 4.5-inch Batman figure. And you can see up here, this little plastic thing is empty, but it's right here in my hand. Basically, in the store, I went to pick it up by this, and I guess I moved the plastic on the one side, so it just completely swung open. I was like, well, I have to buy it now. I broke it. I broke the packaging. But it's kind of neat. Basically, what it is you have this launcher and this missile here, and the figures can hold the launchers. They can clip onto all these various ports on the side of the Batmobile. Any of the accessories that come with the figures can also clip onto these ports. They call it, if you can see this, Power Connector. So, or Power Connects, I'm sorry. So, I don't know. I thought the Batmobile looked neat. I haven't seen any of Justice League Action yet, but I love Justice League. I've loved all the other Justice League cartoons, so why wouldn't I like this one? I got this thing before only because it was on clearance at Target, and this is like a smaller version of it, and it comes with this little like super tiny 1.5-inch Batman figure. So I didn't know if they were doing a whole line of like little vehicles and figures this size. This is the only thing I've ever seen. They did have a couple blind bags of little like 1.5-inch figures, but I hate blind bags because I always end up with duplicates and just blah. I think this little vehicle looks cool because it like converts. It's like a mask or vortex type vehicle. It's what it reminds me of. And it was on clearance for like $8, so I was like, I'll give it a shot. But I think if I'm going to collect these, I'm going to stick with these 4.5-inch figures. Here's the Batman. And I apologize because, again, I'm getting glare. I'm actually getting glare off the front of the camera, so apologize. But yeah, so it's a little 4-inch Batman. It looks like it has shoulder, elbow, hip, knee articulation. Kind of like the same kind of articulation like a Ninja Turtle figure. And it was $8 at Toys R Us. Now, Toys R Us, it might be a little higher, so they might be a little bit cheaper at Target or say. But this is the first time I've ever seen them. I didn't even know these were out. Because like I said, I didn't know they were going to make a line this size. I kind of figured they were either... Because I've seen the really tall ones that are like a foot tall, and I've seen vehicles for them and everything, so I kind of figured that's the way they were going, which I thought was a weird choice. And then I saw the micro one, so I was like, okay, there's a big line and there's a tiny line. And they didn't really do much for either. It was kind of weird. I really have no interest in the large 12-inch tall figures because their vehicles get huge and they're very just kind of large and bulky and it's a lot of wasted space. So I don't really have any interest in them. I thought the tiny figures were kind of cool, but that was like the only thing that ever came out. So I kind of just figured the line's dead. And apparently the show's been out for like a year already. I didn't even know. I'm way behind. I haven't seen any. But then I saw these at Toys R Us today and I just thought they looked neat. And they're fairly inexpensive, and it was 10% off for Thursday, so I just figured, what the heck. Now, unfortunately, Batman and Superman were the only two they had. If you look in the back of the packaging, there is a Joker and a Wonder Woman. They had one Wonder Woman, and I was going to grab it, but for some reason, her paint all on her torso was completely messed up, like scraped. Like it wasn't even just like a little imperfection, it was like really ridiculously noticeable. So I was like, that's kind of a bummer. So I'm just gonna wait and see if I can eventually find a better version of her. And I'd probably grab the Joker too. He looks pretty cool. And they all come with these kind of weird accessories, which like I said, they can all use each other's accessories. The vehicles can connect to the accessories. So I kind of like the interconnectability there. That's kind of what hooked me. And the only other thing I found today, very excited to find this. Usagi Yojimbo. Oh yeah, that's right. Samurai Rabbit. You know you love it. I love it. I think this is so fantastic. I was so excited to find this. I was like, I need it. I'm not really interested in the samurai turtles that are on the back. But I definitely wanted this guy. They always just throw the turtles in random outfits and stuff. Not really doing it for me. But yeah, so that's it for what I found today. I got this Justice League action stuff and Usagi Jimbo. Was very excited to find all those. So those I'm going to review at least. I'll probably do the tiny figure. I'll do all that stuff because if there's going to be more, I mean, if they do some play sets for those 4.5 action figures for Justice League, I could really be excited for that. So that's going to get reviewed. All the stuff that I got today from HLJ will be reviewed. Ultraman probably, first on the docket because I'm so excited for that. And I know you guys are too. So that's going to probably get priority. And then I think I have just one more thing from last time. The Level Up Rider figure for Muteki. So I'll do that as well. So that's pretty much going to be all of next week. Ultraman stuff, Hyper Muteki, and then if I still have time, I'll start doing the Atomica stuff and Justice League action. So that's where I'm at right now. Get excited. Hopefully you're excited for those kinds of videos because that's what's going to be coming out. Hopefully you're excited for Ultraman like I am because it looks fantastic. And yeah, that's everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. HLJ package opening plus a little bit of loot from Toys R Us. Please like and share. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you're excited for Ultraman and want to hear about it, let me know down below. And yeah, as always guys, thank you so much for watching.